Good afternoon, evening, guys. Let me set up for the show and I will be right with you. Right there. Okay. Now, our discussion C's topic is you plan uh, you plan for the possibility of not being able to care for yourself. So here's what we do in that sense. When we help somebody set up for care, here's what we do when they cannot care for themselves. Okay, here, number one, a clear care plan. 2, a financial plan. 3, legal authority for someone you trust to act for you. Okay? Everything else builds on those pillars. Below is a structured, practical roadmap grounded in the most authoritative sources on long-term care planning, including the National Institute on Aging and U.S. News Health. Okay, here you go. Core takeaways, folks. If you lose the ability to care for yourself, the people around you will need 2 things. A, your instructions, and B, the legal financial tools to carry them out. Okay? Planning now prevents crisis decisions later. 1, define what care should look like for you. Okay, folks, this is where people can tailor care right down to the T, like I said earlier in earlier videos. When people want specific care, this is where they can plan for that care down to the T. Okay, I'm going to go through the steps for you. This is the personal part of the plan, your preferences, values, and boundaries. Care preferences. Where would you want to live? Home with help, assisted living, or nursing facility? Okay. Now remember, these are things that you set up in advance. Okay. Hopefully people will set these up in advance. Okay. So then the second thing, or your daily support needs. Identify what help you'd want with bathing, dressing, meals, medications, transportation, etc. Safety priorities. Decide whether your home can be modified or whether a move would be eventually would eventually be necessary. Okay, folks, if you put these things in place early, then when something happens, everybody knows what they're supposed to do for you if you cannot do it for yourself. But my suggestion for folks is, plan early, put these in place so that you can age in place where you want to be instead of where the state sends you. If you have to be, if you have to have state care, uh, but make your preferences known early. Okay, cognitive decline planning. If dementia ever becomes part of the picture, what would you want? Okay. That happens also. So pre-plan, folks. The National Institute on Aging emphasizes the most long-term care begins at home, but needs often increase over time. Okay. 2, build a financial plan for long-term care. Long-term care is expensive, and Medicare does not cover ongoing custodial care. Give me 1 second. Typical U.S. monthly costs. 2026 estimates in home care for 44 hours a week. The cost will be $6,673. Assisted living for 2026 is $6,200. Okay. For nursing home private room, it's $10,798 per month. These figures are for per month for people's care. Okay. Key steps. Stress test your finances. If you need 8,000 to 10,000 a month, where would it come from? Explore insurance options. Traditional LTC insurance or hybrid life LTC policies. Review government programs. Medicaid can help but requires strict asset limits. So folks, when you go the Medicaid route, you have to be almost impoverished when this happens. Consider home equity, reverse mortgage, sale, or downsizing. Plan for inflation. Cost rising annually. 3, put legal protections in place. This is what ensures your wishes are followed. If you cannot speak for yourself, durable power of attorney. Someone you trust handles finances if you're incapacitated. Healthcare proxy, medical POA. Someone makes medical decisions for you. Living will. Your instructions for life sustaining treatments. And here's a big one, folks. HIPAA releases allows you allows your chosen people to access medical information. Will or trust ensures your assets go where you intend. Planning early allows you to make decisions while you're still able. 4. Choose where you would want to receive care. That's a big one, folks. Hospital, um, home care, or hospice at the end of life. Those things really matter where you want to be when you have to receive care. Okay? We'll go over that now. 4. Choose care. Choose where you want to receive care. You don't need to commit to one option now, but you do need to identify what you'd prefer. Aging in place, home modifications, home care agencies, safety technologies, assisted living for help with daily tasks, but some independence, memory care for dementia related needs, skilled nursing for 24/7 medical and custodial care, adult day programs, socialization, and supervision during the day. The NIH knows that most people prefer to stay at home as long as possible, but safety and health needs may eventually require a move. Prepare your prepare. This is number 5, folks. Prepare your support network. Even if you don't have nearby family, you still need a circle of support. Identify who can help: family, friends, neighbors, church, community. Define roles: who handles finances, medical decisions, check ins. Set up a communication plan: how updates and decisions will be shared. Plan for caregiver strain: respite care, adult day programs, paid help. U.S. News emphasizes that family meetings and early conversations reduce conflicts and crisis decisions later. Folks, if you wait too long to make these decisions, when it's crunch time for your family to help you with a major event in your life, it's nice to have these things planned ahead of time so that the stress and anxiety don't show up in the middle of the process of helping you through that issue. Trauma is hard enough for families to understand at the moment of ongoing care needs. Okay, number 6. Organize everything in one place. Create a care binder or digital folder with medical history, medication list, insurance policies, legal documents, emergency contacts, care preferences, summary. This prevents chaos. If something happens suddenly, which the NIA notes is common after events like strokes or falls. Seven is, folks, it is revisit the plan every 1 to 2 years. Health, finances, and preferences change. U.S. News recommends reviewing your plan every couple of years, or after a life or a or after a major life change. Okay, here's the second part of C. Long-term care as described on the page you're viewing refers to a broader set of services that support people who can no longer manage everyday activities on their own. The explanation is grounded directly in the surrounding content. Okay, I'm going to explain what long-term care is for folks that don't understand what long-term care entails. Long-term care is defined as a variety of services designed to meet a person's health, health or personal care needs when they can no longer perform everyday activities on their own. These everyday activities, often called activities of daily living, include bathing, dressing, eating, taking medications, and staying safe at home. The page emphasizes that long-term care is not a single place or program, but a continuum of supports delivered in different settings by different types of caregivers, depending on a person's needs. Who needs long-term care? The need can arise in 2 ways: suddenly, after a major health event like a heart attack or stroke; gradually, as aging, frailty, or chronic illness progresses. The page notes that many people will need some form of long-term care at some point in their lives. Uh, through predicting the amount, though predicting the amount or type is difficult. Okay, now we're going to get into healthy habits. Nutrition, physical activity, not smoking, limited alcohol, social engagement, home safety, and regular medical care may help delay or reduce the need for long-term care. Okay, now I'm going to get into different types of long-term care services. The page outlines 3 major categories. Okay, folks. Number 1, home-based care. Most long-term care begins at home, often provided by informal caregivers, such as family or friends. Services focus on personal care, safety, supervision, and can be supplemented by paid professionals like nurses, aides, and therapists who assist with medical tasks, wound care, equipment, and therapy. 2, community-based services. Okay, here we go, folks. These include adult day centers and senior centers offering meals, exercise, social activities, transportation, and personal care. Okay? Those are 2. Give me a minute to change paper. Okay, number 3, folks, is residential care. Assisted living facilities and nursing homes provide housing, meals, personal care, social activities, and medical services. Some have specialized dementia programs. Okay, all right, now we're going to go down for planning for long-term care. The page stresses that the best time to plan is before care is needed. Okay, planning allows families to understand available services and costs, make decisions while the older adult can still participate. That is a big one, folks. To try and involve your family member as much as you can for as long as you can. Okay, so discuss preferences for future care needs. It also highlights the importance of early planning for people with Alzheimer's or other dementias. Okay, talking about residential care. Deciding whether someone should move from home is described as difficult and emotional. People may move because they can't manage their home or because they need more hands-on care. The page recommends learning about housing options, discussing pros and cons together. Holding a family meeting or calls. Okay, so if there's more than 1 or 2 siblings, family meetings are great, but you have to do them early, folks. You can't wait till the end of, you can't wait till the last minute to do so. Okay, paying for long-term care. That's a big issue for people. So we're going to go through that now. So here's the title, Paying for Long-Term Care. Long-term care is expensive, and people typically rely on a mix of personal funds, government programs, private financing. Okay? Personal funds, savings, pensions, investments, home sale. Government programs, Medicare, Medicaid, VA benefits, private financing, long-term care insurance, reverse mortgage, or life insurance. And the other option, folks, is annuities and trusts. How to fund services. The page directs readers to elder care locator and local agencies for trustworthy community specific resources. Okay, so that is your C for tonight. I will try and jump back on later for D. So I will see everybody later for D. For now, Gator Wellness, take care, folks.